Is your throat chakra blocked? The throat chakra is our center of self-expression, of creativity, of the place of speaking our truth. And when our throat chakra is blocked, we end up feeling anxious and low self-esteem and overthinking and fear of abandonment. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some simple tools to know if your throat chakra is blocked and what to do about it. The throat chakra is your center of expression. It's how you speak out and express yourself in the world. And for a lot of my clients, a lot of people that I mentor and work with, this is often a huge stumbling block. Oftentimes, whether they grew up in a family where they weren't supported or speaking out was dangerous, whether it's past life and karmic, whether this is just their lesson to learn. So when we're talking about our throat chakra, when we are really noticing that it's blocked, my first question to you is, do you feel safe expressing yourself? Do you feel safe speaking up? Do you get stuck in anxiety? Do you get stuck in caretaking other people's problems? What's your relationship like with your boundaries? Do you feel safe, period? A lot of times I can tell immediately when somebody's throat chakra is blocked, because not only is their throat chakra blocked, first you'll say, how are you? Say, fine. What's going on? Everything is good. And they hold all of this energy and their tension in their jaw and their throat, because what they're trying to do energetically is force down all the ways of communicating, because it's a strategy to be safe, but it's not going to keep you safe. It's not going to do what it is that you want to do. So before I go any further, hi, I'm Sonia. I'm a 4th generation intuitive, and I teach you how to connect to your innate divine self, your intuition. If you say that a lot, sometimes I get a little, my throat chakra. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here. Don't forget to hit subscribe and that little bell notification, because I release new videos every single week. So the throat chakra right here, color light blue, your expressive self. And this really reminds me of a client that I've been mentoring, and we've been really working on her throat chakra. When we first started working together, it was really interesting how much everything was fine. Yet energetically, I could feel the anxiety. I could feel the overwhelm. I could feel what a challenge it was to just start to speak her truth. And there was a real fear of abandonment. I remember she was telling me about getting into an Uber, and the Uber clipped the curb, scratching their rim. And she was like, I was apologizing and asking if there was anything I could do to help. I'm like, that is not only a blocked throat chakra of expression, but not trusting others. So simple ways. Do you feel safe speaking out? Do you feel safe speaking up? What is your relationship like with your voice? What is your relationship like being direct with what your needs are? So if you feel like check, it's hard for me to speak up. It's often I get trapped, I get worried, I get overwhelmed, I get into anxiety. Here are some simple tools for you. So our very first thing is mantra meditation. This is chanting. Now, chanting is really important because first, it is so old. It's like millennia old. Chanting not only calms our vagus nerve, which runs right parallel alongside of our throat. When our throat chakra is blocked, often we get into fight, flight, freeze, and get afraid of using our voice. Now, when we can use mantra as a way to organize our thoughts, give our ego something to, that chattering mind, something to pay attention to repeat over and over and over again, that gives us some space to start to connect with our spirit. And interestingly enough, mantra is amazing because it actually helps to organize this on a cellular level. If you haven't, go to YouTube and Google sand vibration plate, and you'll notice they'll play different sounds and all of the sand will organize into these different patterns. It's amazing. Same thing that happens with mantra meditation. You can use a self-love mantra, you can use a self-expression mantra. There's tons of mantras, and I would encourage you to do a mantra out loud every single day. Not only will chanting get you in the practice of using your voice, but it'll help to quiet your anxiety and help to unplug the chimney right here where we get stuck so often. Tool 2, if we are aware of we're stuck, where are you holding your energy? Are you clenching your jaw? Are you holding your shoulders? Are you bracing against the world? Big towel that you need to start to release some of that pent up energy. So chanting mantra is a really great one. Second, this is where we can actually use affirmations. Affirmations are wonderful because they help to train our subconscious mind to be in support. We train our conscious mind, sort of like the drive-thru at McDonald's. This is what I want. This is what I'm working on. And as we say these things out loud, these affirmations, they start to register in our subconscious, which becomes our new reality. And some important affirmations that we can use is, I am safe to express my truth. My voice is needed. I set clear and honest boundaries. These are some simple affirmations that you can use to help support and train your conscious mind to really be able to open up that throat chakra. Third of all, and this is really big because I find that a lot of times our throat chakra gets blocked because our ego is the one driving the bus. It gets afraid. It gets afraid of what if I speak up, if I speak out, this will be lions and tigers, oh bears, oh my, and I'm gonna be in danger, and pulls so much from the past that projects into the future of what will happen. Now, our egos are limited, and that's okay. So instead of having our ego be the one to navigate these conversations, turn it over to your higher self and spirit. And you can even, let's say you have to talk to your boss and ask for a raise. Let's say you have to talk to your best friend about how they've been hurting your feelings and you're afraid. Take a moment, and before you enter into a conversation or that energy, take that breath, and even in your mind's eye, hand on my heart, hand on my belly, favorite tool of all time, and visualize yourself turning it over to your spirit to lead the conversation. That will help to give your ego, your human self, as I like to say, support, knowing that your higher self, your spirit is in charge. And from that place, you don't have to manage it all. You are safe. And last, and I find this really important, when we are learning to speak our truth, and especially our truth with relationships and people, a good way that we can practice before getting into the game, getting into the real life experience, is sit down and write down 3 or 4 points that you want to directly communicate. So for example, if you are talking to your best friend and they've hurt your feelings, or they haven't been there and it hurt, whatever, be very clear. It hurts my feelings when you don't text me back. I feel like I've been playing small, whatever it is. And when we can start to distill those into grounded, direct statements, can somebody understand this black and white, not too much explaining, not too much blah, 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 that helps to support us to have direct communication. And before offering a solution or an outcome, just see what the other person has to say, allowing us to get into dialogue instead of worst case scenario. So I hope that you enjoyed these tools on how to unlock and unblock your throat chakra. Most importantly, just talk out loud all the time. The more that we talk, we are resonant beings. We open up that throat chakra. We start to pay attention to the vibration. We recognize that your voice is needed. So if you enjoyed this video, hit like, leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. I'm sending you all my love, and I'll see you next week. Bye.